You know, when you think about a total knee replacement, you usually think of it as a solution, right? The end of a long road of pain. But what happens when it's just the beginning of a whole new nightmare? Today, we're going to dive into one woman's incredibly challenging story of pain, her absolute refusal to give up, and her fight to get her life back. Wow. This quote from Cathy Banovac herself, I mean, it just hits you, right? It perfectly captures that feeling of being completely worn down, not just by the physical pain, but by the emotional exhaustion of it all. This was her reality, day in and day out. So that's really the heart of our story today. How does someone pull themselves back from that brink? This isn't just a medical case study. It's a powerful story about resilience and what it takes to fight for the life you once had. To really understand what was on the line for Cathy, you first have to see the life she was so desperate to get back to. A life that was full, active, and happy. So here's a little snapshot of Cathy's world. She's 57, a homemaker, and her life was filled with all these simple, wonderful things. Being in her garden, cooking, playing with her grandkids, traveling. But this genetic osteoarthritis, it was slowly stealing all of that away from her. And that's why she decided to get the surgery in the first place, to protect this life. What was supposed to be a straightforward path to recovery, well, it took a very sharp, very dark turn almost immediately. This is where her nightmare really began. Okay, so September 25th is the day. Cathy goes in for her right total knee replacement. And here's the thing, the surgery itself, it was a textbook success. The doctor said everything went exactly as planned. But that initial good news makes what happened next all the more confusing and heartbreaking. This is where the dream just completely separated from reality. Cathy had seen friends and family go through this. She expected, some manageable pain and a steady recovery. Instead, she got pain that was completely out of control, landing her in the ER just 4 days later, plus a host of awful side effects from all the meds she was on. What came next was just this awful downward spiral. She wasn't getting better. Physically, she just hit a wall. And emotionally, the toll was just getting heavier and heavier every single day. Just look at this timeline. It is just relentless. After that ER visit, she has to get a manipulation under anesthesia, or MUA, at 6 weeks. And that's a procedure where they knock you out and literally force your knee to bend to break up scar tissue. It's brutal. But even that didn't work, so she's sent to a pain clinic, and by January, they're telling her she needs another MUA. She was just trapped in this cycle. And this number right here is so important. Less than 90 degrees of bend. For months, she couldn't get her knee past that point. And 90 degrees is basically the magic number for just living, for getting out of a chair, for getting into a car, for climbing stairs. Without it, you're physically stuck. And the pain, this was not your typical post-surgery ache. Just listen to her own words. It felt like a lit match, a stabbing knife, a taser. That's nerve pain. It's a whole different level of agony, and it was happening to her all the time, especially at night. You can imagine, right? Living with that kind of relentless physical battle, it just wears you down. She spiraled into anxiety, depression, even panic attacks. Her whole family was watching her fade, feeling totally helpless as this bright, active woman they loved just disappeared. But here's the thing about hitting rock bottom. Sometimes it's the only place you can push off from. And for Cathy, in her darkest moment, she found a little glimmer of hope, all because she refused to give up. This is where Cathy's dedication just shines. She takes matters into her own hands. Late at night, desperate, she's online searching for anything that could help. And she finds this therapy called X10. But there's a huge catch. It's not available in Arizona where she lives. A lot of people might have stopped there, but not Cathy. She decided right then and there she wasn't taking no for an answer. She was going to travel to get this treatment. So this was the one question that was just consuming her. After all the failed treatments, all the pain, all the false hope, could this one unconventional choice finally be the thing that works? The stakes were unbelievably high. And she did it. She took that leap of faith. After her second MUA, she and her husband packed their bags and traveled all the way from Arizona to Michigan to give the X10 program a shot. And what she found in Michigan wasn't just some fancy machine. It was people, a whole team. And she makes a point to name them: PJ, Mary, her physical therapist Erin, Marty, the technician. This was so much more than technology. It was a human support system that finally made her feel like recovery was possible. And the results? I mean, just look at this. This is night and day. Before X10, her knee couldn't straighten all the way, and she only had 55 degrees of bend. After just a little over 2 weeks, she got to a perfectly straight 0 degrees and a flexion of 117. That's the difference between being trapped and being able to walk, sit, and live normally again. The numbers don't lie. After just a week of seeing real, tangible progress every single day, that constant fear and anxiety started to melt away. For the first time in months, it was replaced by genuine hope. She felt like she could finally breathe again. To her, it was nothing short of a miracle. So this is it, the light at the end of a very, very long tunnel. Her trip to Michigan worked. She flew home to Arizona not as a patient in despair, but as a person who had finally won her battle. And it's amazing how one thing, getting that knee right, had this incredible ripple effect on her whole body. Her limp? Gone. Her walk was normal again. And all that pain she had in her hip and back from compensating for her bad knee for so long, it started to fade away too. And she says it best herself, right? From being in tears every night to this, a triumphant declaration that she got her life back. The one with the gardening, the grandkids, the joy. It's an incredible full circle moment. Cathy's story is such a powerful reminder of what dedication and self-advocacy can do. And it leaves you with a really big question, doesn't it? When you're facing obstacles that seem impossible, when everything is going wrong, where do you dig down and find that strength to keep fighting for a better outcome?